In this video, I'll be sharing tips that can help you to connect emotionally with your spouse as well as deepen your intimacy. I'm talking about how you can strike that chord of connection if you have not, or sustain it if you're having issues with being intentional about it. If this sounds like something you are interested in, then I would love you to stick around to the end of this video. Hello guys, welcome back to Veritable Sisterhood. If you're seeing my face for the first time, my name is Miracle. Presence matters a lot when you're having a conversation with your husband, especially when it is something that really matters to him. So number one tip is to practice active listening. Active listening is a no-brainer. It shows that you are present in the conversation. It is time to engage actively, to listen with your heart for the things that he has not said, the things that are trapped within his mind, trapped within his heart that he's not voicing out, but somehow they are laced in the other words that he's speaking out. It is only by active listening that you get to know these things. This is the time you show him that you are truly present and you are listening to what he is saying, by not trying to interrupt him, just engaging into whatever he is telling you, listening not just with your ears but with your heart. You see that temptation of pressing your phone, just kill it, abort mission. It is not the time for you to press your phone, to be overly around every skit on social media. You might even make that mistake of showing him something that you just saw when he is trying to point out something to you. When your partner is speaking to you, he wants you to fully engage in the conversation. You just have to put your phone down. Yes, there is no need for that phone because it's possible that he is trying to say something very important. And in that time, you are also trying to grab something from social media, from the news, or whatever it is that you're going through on the phone. It doesn't show that you are taking him seriously. So please put down your phone so that you can make eye contact with him when he is talking. There are points that he will bring out that if you are not attentive, you won't get to hear it. Number two is to validate his emotions, whether it is sadness, whether it is resentment or anxiety, whatever emotions that he's trying to convey. Please, my dear sister, just validate it. How do you do this? Use phrases that show that you are empathic about what he is speaking to you about. Don't try to be judgmental. Don't try to criticize him. Even if this is a situation where you have given him prior advice on what to do and he decides to do it the other way around, and now this has become an issue or is beginning to be a challenge to him, this is not the time for you to be angry about it, to judge him or to criticize him or to point it out to him that, of course, see where you have landed yourself. No, he is looking for solace in you. The least you can do is to give him that shoulder to lean on. If you are able to speak and to address your husband's vulnerabilities in such a way that it brings healing to his heart, my dear, you have just earned his trust. And of course, you have also earned that favorite person, that most favorite person of his life in his lifetime. Because one of the reasons why men don't share their vulnerabilities with their women is just because they don't know how you are going to handle it. They don't know if this is going to be the topic of discussion with your friends and your family. They don't know where they are going to hear about it. But if you have proven yourself to be that woman who he can share all of these things with without any shame or fear in the future, trust me, you have earned that seat of the most favorite person of his life. And the third tip is to practice silence. Sometimes when we are having conversations with our partners, conversations that we are looking to build intimacy or deepen intimacy or sustain intimacy with, it is not the right time to talk about Mr. A and what Mr. A and B did. It is a time also to practice silence. Sometimes your husband just say things because he wants to share to someone else, not because he needs an advice, not because he wants you to tell him your opinions. Just be discerning enough to know when his spirit is yearning to be talked to or to just be listened to. Sometimes the most meaningful conversations happen in the spaces that we have in between words. Be comfortable with the periods of silence, allowing yourselves to process all of the things that has been shared in the process of conversation, and not being silent will steal away that moment from you. Number four is to ask meaningful questions. If at the end of all of these conversations, you are able to find a question that you want to ask him that can deepen your connection, that can make him dig deep to share more about the things that are going on in his life, make sure to ask questions that are thoughtful. Make sure to ask questions that are very meaningful. Don't just listen to ask questions. You are not an interviewer. You are not there to do the work of an interviewer. You are there to listen to your own spouse, to know better ways to handle his emotions, better ways you can build and deepen your intimacy. So what you are looking out for is not another question to throw at him like he's sitting on Frank Edoho's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire seat and you are Frank Edoho bombarding him with all of these questions. Ask questions that will make him think. Ask questions that will make him reflect on certain things. Open-ended questions that will make him to talk, make him to dig deeper. If you ask questions that are close-ended, you just get your yes and no. And because of that, you are not able to know what is really going on with your spouse. Now, if it is one thing that you have caught from this video, I would love you to run with it. This is where I draw the line on this topic. For now, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in the next video.